Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. It's hard to imagine this not being a fun game to watch. It's the Bills going up against the Lions. So with kickoff straight ahead, we'll check in with our broadcast team. Here are Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
All right, Larry, first opened in 2002. There's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit. Tonight, it's a preseason matchup between the Buffalo Bills and the Detroit Lions. Hello again, everyone. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, partner, I think we can safely sum up the goal of this final week of the preseason with 3 simple words. Don't get hurt.
And make sure you follow that mantra, okay? We cannot have you hurt going into the season, but you're exactly right. Will play very little, if at all, in this game. A lot of guys fighting to make the roster because after this game's over, we get down to the 53-man number, and guys will be fighting like mad to be included in it.
Now the big leg of Matt Prater ready to get this one started. And we are underway from Ford Field. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So here come the Bills on offense for the first time. They're led out by their mobile quarterback, the 6-year man. It's Tyrod Taylor.
I've always loved Tyrod Taylor's mobility. I love his footwork, his ability to escape, but his underrated arm. Accurate downfield throwing, that's what I really like about his game.
Taylor on first down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
They completed the screen on the perimeter, but, boy, that was textbook defense. Exactly as you're taught to play against a wide receiver screen, and they snuffed it out for a loss of yardage.
Now Taylor to throw on second down. And he finds his tight end, Chris Gregg. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3-and-out here on 3rd and 4. From the gun, it's Taylor. Left side here, caught by Clay. A pickup of 11, and it moves the chains.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
Now the first carry for LeSean McCoy. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45. So McCoy adding to his yardage total in this one. Last year, 895 yards in his first season in Buffalo. Of course, he had Charles 4,000-yard years in Philadelphia.
And you know the man they call Shady wants to throw some shade at the Eagles for ever letting him go. He wants a big year in 2016.
On second down, Taylor. Right side complete. That's Woods. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? Now a first down carry here for McCoy. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Carlos Williams, he's going to need to make this engine go today.
And he's worked on both sides of the football in his career. Started out as a safety in college, now a running back, and he runs with great leverage and thump.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive. They snap it at 1. Now it's Taylor. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Robert Woods, the intended receiver that time. And now it's 3rd down. And the starting crew defensively for Detroit.
Every time I watch a Lodi Nada play, I just wonder, how do you move this man? And then when he shows his movement ability, look out, quarterbacks.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Taylor. And that is incomplete. Sammy Watkins, the intended receiver, and it's 4th down.
I think that's a big-time play there because the slant route is really hard to cover because the timing is so quick. But able to see it, diagnose it, and get to the football, that's why he was able to bat it away.
Now Dan Carpenter. His career long is 60 yards, so he's got a big leg. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And that is no good. He gave it a good run. That wasn't more than a foot or so wide to the left. And this will remain a scoreless game. Well, that opening drive looked good for a moment there, but they'll wind up being turned away thanks to the missed field goal.
And those especially hurt when you come into a game on the road. You're trying to get things to go your way early, and now you suffer a setback right out of the gate.
Here we go now. Green, 39. Mike 51, Mike 51.
Now the Notre Dame man, this is Theo Riddick. And he's going to be stopped here on this first play as he gets it to the line of scrimmage and no more. Tackle made there by Zach Brown. Well, a well-executed blitz, no doubt. Great job by the linebacker. Maybe the quarterback, if he could have seen that, could have audibled there.
Yeah, he needed to be in a different play because that one just meshed perfectly for the defense. All the gaps were filled except for the one the offense really wanted to run through, and that was filled by a big man wanting to make a tackle.
And he made a great tackle. They go back to Riddick. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. So the Lions go backwards there, and unfortunately that's something they saw a lot in 2015. They had the fewest rushing yards of any team in the NFL.
And it's one of those dubious titles that no one really wants to claim. Even teams who say, well, don't worry about running it because we throw it all the time. Being able to run it when you want to is a key to success in the NFL, and Detroit struggled doing that.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
No, check. Patriot, let's go. Blue, landing.
On 3rd down, Lynch. To the sideline, and a nice catch there. Made sure the feet were inbounds, and they were. He'll wind up being stopped for no gain, and it'll lead to a 4th down.
Usually the offense has an answer to anything a defense throws at them, including a safety valve. And that's what they did on that play. They went there, but the defense still made an excellent play and held them to no gain.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. The Bills offense now, they get set to head back on the field. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
They'll throw on 1st down with Taylor. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's able to get up here to the 26. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
So they complete the pass, and now they face a 2nd down. They'll come out in the pistol.
Come on, let's go.
Now Taylor with a draw to McCoy. Stiff-armed him. And a powerful stiff arm. It frees him. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
Oh, he's got it going early in this one. That's the Shady McCoy. That's vintage right there, right? Breaking tackles, creating explosive runs. And if they don't take care of this early, look out. This guy's going to have a big, big day.
You know where he got that nickname Shady, by the way?
I know you're going to educate me on it. Help me out.
Mama gave him that name when he was a youngster.
And if Mama named him Shady, we're going to call him Shady.
Absolutely. And a new set of downs here after picking up the 1st on the ground. Now Taylor. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
When it's well executed, a wide receiver screen can often be a thing of beauty, but so many things have to go right in order to complete it. Blocking out in front, timing of the quarterback with the receiver, and oftentimes everything gets set, and guess what? They drop the football.
Second down now after the incompletion. They come out here in the I. Watkins alone on the left side. Second and 10 now. It's Taylor. Nowhere to get away, and down he goes. Taylor is sacked. Tyron Walker able to collapse the pocket and drop him for a loss of 3. He didn't get rid of the football there, took the sack, although that's easier said than done. He can't just chuck the thing sideways into the seats.
No, he really can't, because you're not afforded total protection as a quarterback. You have to get outside of the tackle boxes as defined by the NFL, meaning wherever your tackles operate normally, get outside of that, and the ball that you throw has to get back to at least the line of scrimmage. Otherwise, you face an intentional grounding call.
Taylor, he's going to sling this deep downfield. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
So on 4th down, the Bills call on the punt unit and Colton Schmidt. And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys a little bit jumpy.
You do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3 and out.
And now they have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here.
Here we go.
And some room to work. Cuts it out here, left sideline. And he's brought down after a good gain. A big hitter there from deep in their own territory. 35 yards.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach, because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to. They didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run. On the ground, it's Reddick. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. Well, there they went blitz defensively, Charles, and things were paved well coming from the linebacker position.
I love the way that you described it, paved well. Oftentimes, the guy who gets home on the blitz, he's going to get all the credit. But his teammates did all the dirty work, right? They ran into people on purpose. They sometimes tugged on jerseys to hold linemen to create space and gaps. And that play finished off really, really well. Well conceived, well designed, and even better executed.
They come up in an offset I. And the play clock's running down. To throw is Lynch. Oh, and a bad throw. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he is going to score. It's a pick-6 and a Bills touchdown. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick-6s.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
Dan Carpenter now for the extra point. And it's 7-0 Buffalo. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is fielded at the goal line. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
Illegal block in the back. Return team. Automatic first down.
Very tough spot here for the offense to start.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Hey, got tight left, tight left. All right, now lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll need to get the play off quickly. Throwing here, Lynch on first down. On the catch, it's Andre Johnson. It'll go as a gain of 12. And it'll be first down, Detroit.
They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
Now a play fake here on first down. He'll buy some. Lynch fighting. He fumbles. He lost the football. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
You know, if this is the regular season, partner, we'd be talking about just how costly a mistake that was, but probably good for him to get it out of his system right now.
Just hope for him and the team it's not a sign of things to come.
Yeah, without a doubt. Plus, you got to worry about making the team. Those types of errors don't help you.
Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
Taylor with a give to McCoy. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Ezekiel Ziggy-Ansah with a tackle for loss. Just think he's still learning the game of football. Didn't play a heck of a lot of it in his native country. And at BYU, was just scratching the surface before he hit the NFL.
Yeah, from Ghana, where he really liked soccer and basketball, but football's okay for him, right?
Yeah, I think it's worked out very well. Drafted on potential. He's realizing it here.
Now Taylor, flush to his right. And he's got some space here. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And they're going to have a third down.
Now you understand why part of Tyrod Taylor's nickname is mobile. He led the AFC quarterbacks in rushing in 2015. And anyone who thought that he couldn't beat him with his legs, they found out differently.
Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4.
Here we go. 1, 9.
In motion, the tight end Clay. From the gun on third down, it's Taylor. And he's got his man. It's the tight end Clay. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11.
Well, they were in the red zone, and they needed a first down. Was it a surprise to you that they went to the tight end?
Not at all. I thought, though, the defense might put a little more pressure on him, but still able to complete it. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Here's Taylor. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. It's the 2014 NFL interception leader, Glover Quinn.
Glover Quinn came into the NFL as a cornerback, but he's morphed into one of the better safeties in the league, and he just finished this one off with that nice pick.
So here come the Lions now. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
Riddick with a carry. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
The defense won that play so fast that I think if the running back even had time to notice if anyone was there, it was just a blink of an eye, and there was a loss on the play.
And the offense moving in the wrong direction here now as they face a 2nd and 12.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Play clock winding down.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now Lynch back into his end zone. Looking for Colston, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Preston Brown, the linebacker. He won't get in, but they are going to have the football in a great spot. 1st and goal at the 3-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
Back onto the field now comes the Bills offense. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you've got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it?
Come on, let's go. Grand 38. Here we go.
After the interception, here's Taylor. And that's caught. Watkins. Touchdown, Buffalo. Sammy Watkins from 3 yards out. And the Bills will add on to their lead. But what a quick turnaround there. They get the football. Next play, boom, touchdown.
I've been in a situation before where a turnover occurs, and if you're over on the bench with your defensive mate and you talk about what to do on your next series, and all of a sudden you hear sudden change, you've got to get out on the field and defend right away. Not everyone is mentally prepared to go.
Is that what is yelled on the sidelines a lot of times?
That, among other things.
Maybe some words we can't share here.
Yeah, we'll just keep this one PG.
FCC violation.
No doubt.
And it's good to make it 14-0. A nice, tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position, and only one play to score it. After the TD, here's Carpenter on to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. And now we get our first peek at the talented rookie signal caller.
But when you take a look at what he has to get done, all the preparation that went into it, you still have the big unknown out there. Will my talents translate to this level?
And the tight end, Ebron, in motion. In motion goes the tight end. The tight end changing his position. They'll run the option left. And he'll lose yardage on this one back to the 13. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down. And a long way to go for the offense here on second down.
All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
And they'll send the slot in motion left. Time running out here on the play clock. On second down, here's Lynch. Completing it here to Marvin Jones. The reception good for 7. It's third down. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there. If he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw.
Here's Riddick. And he'll get this up only to about the 22. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's fourth down.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big, big people, because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers, because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Watkins alone on the left side. Now Taylor on first down. He'll set up the screen to McCoy. And they're able to get this one across the 35. They'll get 17 yards there. And it'll give the Bills a first down.
The screen was executed and completed, but where's the worry on the play? How many times is a quarterback going to get hit? Because offensive linemen have to do an acting job, of making sure it looks like they're whiffing on blocks. But you got to slow them down a little bit, because if you don't, that's a lot of big guys coming at your quarterback in a big, fast way. And, boy, he can get hurt.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10.
Black round. Here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Final 30 seconds of this 1st quarter, and it's been a quarter dominated by the guys with the football.
Here we go. White 90. Ohio.
On 2nd down, here's Taylor. Looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. It's the 2014 and now off to the races down the right side. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown.
Did I just see what I thought I saw? Did I just see what I thought? That had to be. Come on, say it for me. Say it for me. Who picked up that pass?
The free safety.
Oh, you got to have those great skills back there. Eyes, anticipation, great hands. And, of course, how about the fluid moves afterwards to take it all the way to the house?
Sounds like you're watching your old game film up here in your head.
Yeah, that's the dream I had of being that player. I just never was.
Now Matt Prater for the point after. And that one makes it 14-7. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Again, we'll see the pistol here.
Come on, let's go. Brand 38.
They'll start on the ground with McCoy. And he'll be taken down here as it will take us to the end of the 1st quarter. 1 quarter in the books here on a Thursday night. 14-7 is the score. We're back to the Motor City after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
The NFL on EA Sports is brought to you by Head & Shoulders. Shoulders were made for greatness, not dandruff.
With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. 2nd quarter about to get underway with the Bills in possession. They're looking at a 2nd and short yardage to start things out. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. He hits Gregg, complete. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
Now Manuel. And he's got his tight end. That's Dre. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end. A guy that you can line up anywhere. In the slot, out wide, in tight. Doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. Here's Manuel. And this one complete to Hankerson. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. That time they hit him out of the slot on the drag.
And that route takes some fortitude from the guy running it because he knows he's going through the briar patch, as I like to call it, right? He's trying to work his way through all that traffic, and people want to put a little contact on it. Really well done.
Three yards left to grab here on third down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
The Lions offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
The play clock's running down. Now it's the backup Gabbert. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a second down. Two minutes gone by, second quarter. A second down run for Abdullah. And he's going to get this inside the 30. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
But when your first NFL carry is a 36-yard touchdown run with a really nifty move to get into the end zone, people expect big things out of you. And Amir Abdullah, they're waiting for him to fulfill that promise.
Yeah, had the shoulder surgery in January, but really expected to be the man this year in Detroit. So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set. They go back to Abdullah on first. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
A handoff to Abdullah. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be third down.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Third and short yardage, Gabbert. And finding his target, Pettigrew. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
And now the offense operates in the red zone. First and goal here from the 9. They'll try to run it in with Abdullah. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards, a good run there, and now second and goal. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yes, now second and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
They come out here in the eye.
Back, 22. 96 is coming. Go, Mike, 96. Two jet.
Second down, Gabbert. This will be caught at about the 6. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage.
Face mask. Defense.
And the dreaded face mask penalty, that's going to cost him 15 yards.
And it's such a dangerous play. Body going one way, and then your head gets yanked back the other. 15 yards is the right call.
They run. Abdullah hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
No coach or team's ever happy when someone has a turnover, but if there's ever a good time to do it,
preseason.
Yeah, right now. You know that to come regular season, he's going to be ready to go, and maybe he'll remember, yeah, I don't want to do this when it comes time for the games to count.
And here come the Bills. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And tough starting field position here. Another pistol look here. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Wide open receiver complete. He's at the 50, the 30, the 20. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Chris Gregg, 99 yards. And his guys get the quick strike touchdown. So how about that for a backbreaker? Again, 99 yards.
And how about the audacity of the play call? When you're backed up that close to your goal line, usually you're just trying to run some type of a wedge play, a quarterback sneak, a dive, anything to try and create some room and take care of the ball. But that's confidence in your offensive line that they'll protect the guy throwing it, and he finds his guy for 99 yards. I love what they just did.
Carpenter now for the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7. After the TD, here's Carpenter on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult. Amir Abdullah past the 20. And they do finally get him, but he makes it all the way to the 6.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
And that one is going to set the offense back.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice hit, baby. 2-2. Run up. 15. Double tight, double tight. Down. Black 22. Black 22. 39, 39.
They'll run at Stephen Ridley. And not much running room. Down to the 32. A gain of 3, second down.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, you throw it again, then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set them up.
They'll run again. This time it's Abdullah. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. A host of Bills there that time to make the stop.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Third down now following the run. This is Ridley. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
And a big face mask penalty here, 15 yards.
You never want to get your hands up in the face mask area because your fingers can get tangled up there, and that can hurt you as a player.
The offense lining up 1st and 10.
Watch left. Watch left. Watch QB down. Green the line. Green the line.
In motion, the tight end Pettigrew. They'll run the option left. And he stopped immediately there.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
Got the hand caught up in the grill of the face mask. 15-yard penalty.
So tough for a defender. You're trying so hard to make a play, and the way that these offensive guys can move around, sometimes your hand gets into the wrong place.
In motion, the tight end Pettigrew. So the offense has it, 6-yard line, 1st and goal. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Blaine Gabbert scoring on the keeper from 6 yards out. And the Lions able to get this back within a touchdown.
Partner, wasn't that long ago that when I talk with these NFL coaches about different innovations in the college game, you can see their eyes roll and they just shut down right away. Don't bring me that Joe College stuff. Well, guess what? The college game has definitely infiltrated its way into the NFL.
Yeah, and these guys, when you're seeing the option defensively, you got to stick to your assignments. I know that's cliche. They didn't do it there.
And option football means exactly what you just talked about, assignment football for defenders. And that drives them crazy because you have to think your way through a play as opposed to just reacting and making the play.
Prater on to add the extra point. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it's capped off by a touchdown for the Lions. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. That's fielded in the end zone. And last year that would have been a net gain of 5 on the return. This year he stopped where he would have been if he had taken a knee, and that's at the 25. E.J. Manuel and the offense heading back out onto the field. He's got the lead here in the second quarter. He's thrown the touchdown, but also an interception. As a quarterback, is that interception, even though you're playing while your team's got the lead, does that always stick in the back of your mind a little bit?
For the best ones, it just upsets them that they did that because they don't think there should be any blemishes on their record. They think that they're way better than that. So your confidence gets tested a little bit. Being able to go back out there, maybe throw another touchdown, that'll tamp that down in a big way.
Yeah, because he's looked pretty good to this point. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down.
All right, partner, despite my eating habits, I'm not big enough to play offensive tackle, nor am I quick enough. But with the defensive ends nowadays and their speed, those guys have to be able to punch and dance, and it's a tough, tough job to contain them.
Offense needs something here on second down. It is second and long. Now back to throw. He hits Greg, complete. They'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
And I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you could see the lost yardage about to develop. But that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything. So it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
Third down, 15 yards still needed. Now Manuel. And this is going to be incomplete. Chris Gregg, his tight end, was the intended target. And now it's fourth down.
There are a good number of coaches that any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
Here's Colton Schmidt now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Fielded at the 43. Just a 30-yard punt that time. And the Lions will have excellent field position here as they take over first and 10. Now the Lions offense, they get ready to head back out there. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they want to put together. But they've got to keep it moving in the right direction because, as you did note, they are down on the scoreboard.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up second and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Come
They'll need to get the play off quickly. Gabbert now throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. So 3rd and 5, defensively expecting pass. They've got 6 DBs out there. To throw is Gabbert. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. Well, they tried to swing it out left into the flat, complete, but really nice open field tackling.
And they played that one like a great boxer. They were on their toes on that one. They weren't back on their heels reacting to the play. No, they saw it, came right for it, and made a nice tackle for lost yardage.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. A chance for us to look at the Lions defense again. They have a little something to build off of from last time with a 3-and-out.
And what they have to build off of? Great confidence right now. Being able to stuff someone on a 3-and-out. You feel like you're in control now. You're doing the dictating. They want to see if that can continue as this game progresses.
Will it continue? We'll see. They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
They stick to the ground game on 1st down. It's Williams. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. Here's Manuel. He's got time. And he'll be grabbed from behind and slung down like a rag doll. It's the first-time Pro Bowler from a year ago, Ziggy Ansah, in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. Defensive end gets in there that time. They were in a 4-3. What's the responsibility of the ends versus the tackles there, Charles?
Well, most of the time when you talk about the ends, they're your pass rushers. They're the guys that you turn loose to try and get to the guy who's going to throw the football. The tackles, usually more of the run-stuffing variety. But the way this game is advanced, you're wanting a little bit of everything out of all of your guys. But let's just go ahead and break it down and make it simple. The guy who's a right defensive end versus a right-handed quarterback, that's the blind side. He's going after the quarterback. He's going to put him on the ground.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. He was looking to get it to Carlos Williams that time. And 4th down coming up.
But no second guessing the call here. It was 3rd and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
Here's Colton Schmidt now as he's on to punt for Buffalo. And he'll go ahead and field this at the 5. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Lions will take over. So the Lions offense ready to go back out onto the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked.
Go to something else.
And maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. In motion, the tight end, Pettigrew. In motion, the tight end. They'll run the option left. And a loose football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
Well, that was a big oops right there. But how about his ability to correct it? Loses the football, able to get it back himself.
Yeah, pounced right back on it, keeps possession. Second down fumble. Now the offense needing to do something here on 3rd down. So 2 minutes to go in a wild first half. We'll come back to Ford Field after this. A reminder coming up here at halftime. We'll ship you off to Orlando. Larry Ridley will have first half highlights and analysis.
LR, plenty to show in this one.
Going to be a busy man at intermission.
Extra DB on the field for the Bills here on 3rd down.
Yeah, maybe thinking pass. On 3rd down, Gabbert. A dump off for Abdullah. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Come back. Tighten up. Do Jack. Get wide.
A first down throw for Gabbert. And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
E.J. Manuel and the offense heading back out onto the field. They've got the lead. He's a big reason why. Looking sharp so far.
And as we travel around the league, we see quarterbacks get it done in a variety of ways. But today's NFL does tell us one thing. If that guy doesn't play well, Their team's not going to win. And right now he's got his team in the lead.
And now they'll look to extend that lead. And they'll start this drive with very good field position. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he's got Gregg here, the tight end. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. They're going to look to throw. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. And now the Lions going to stop us momentarily as they call a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down. Now Manuel. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So the offense has it 1st and 10. Back to throw again. This will be caught at the 2. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Chris Gregg ready for the regular season with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Bills will extend their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here of the 2nd quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the 2nd half.
Now Carpenter to add the extra point. He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it culminates in a Bills touchdown. After the TD, here's Carpenter on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And with a new rule, that decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he only gets to the 20. Here's the Lion offense now as they get ready to take over. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Amir Abdullah, the intended target. And now it's second down. And on 2nd and 10 now. A second down throw now for Gabbert. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down. Well, he just threw an interception last drive. Nearly another pick.
And things aren't very even right now, are they? It's a little bit sloppy out there, isn't it? It's kind of the difference between driving on those paved roads and those country roads that have those potholes in them, isn't it? 'Cause that's the way this game's going right now. A lot of bouncy bounce to it.
You spent some time on some Tennessee country roads.
I certainly have. Plenty of family back there. God love them.
Gotta do better. Come on, QB, come on.
The Bills bring out a couple of extra defensive backs to defend this 3rd down play.
Yeah, they're going dime. Here's Abdullah. And not much room there as he'll get it up only to about the 21. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. The defense, they got a little bit of a breather. Now they're back and set as we resume play. Here's Sam Martin now. He's been terrific so far. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. The Bills getting set to go. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
They begin the drive with Williams. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first.
And we're going to get another timeout called by the Lions. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So the defense had a chance to catch their breath, and now they're back out and ready. Six yards to go here on 2nd down. They come out here in the I. Again, it's Williams. And he'll get this one up to the 26. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to third down.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one.
Now, hang on here. Timeout called by the defense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. And now it's a 3rd and 4 situation for the offense. They run it again with Williams. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down.
Holding offense.
So oftentimes you see defensive holding. Here it's offensive holding for the flag. And the yellow flag hurts this offense, and now they face a tough third down. Now flags will come in. One of the Bills got going a little early.
False start, offense.
After the penalty, the offense now dealing with a 3rd and 19. So with this far to go, maybe they try something safe underneath. Following the penalty, it's Williams. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. So we are halfway through here in the final week of the preseason as we send you down to our EA Sports Studios in Orlando, where we find our man Larry Ridley with our halftime report.
Thanks, Brandon. I'm Larry Ridley, and welcome to our EA Halftime Report. The Lions trail at home at halftime. The Bills have come in and looked good as the road team, and will just keep trying to play hard and maintain the lead going forward. So let's take a look at the highlights from the first half. Now after the fumble, here the throw is hurried and picked off. Quinn is the one who makes the pick, halting the offense's drive. Offense on the field now after the INT. Under duress, and the pass is picked off. Browns is the one who makes the pick, halting the offense's drive. Offense on the field now after the pick. Taylor is going to scramble and complete the pass, and it's going to be caught for the touchdown. That puts them up by 2 touchdowns. Bills with the ball late in the first. Here the defense will come up with the pick. Quinn's going to run it back for the touchdown. Lions down by 7. Offense now with the shot after the pick. Ball's going to be up for grabs here. Offense out now after the fumble. Manuel's on target here. This goes for a touchdown. Bills up now by 14. About halfway through the second, Gabbard's going to duck out to the left, and he'll end up sprinting into the end zone, trailing now by just a touchdown. Now 1st and 10, under pressure here, and the ball is picked off. Reddickson's happy to come away with the pick, ending the drive. Now following the interception, Greg's going to make the catch in traffic, and a quick 3-play drive ends with a score. The lead now at 14. So that'll do it for us. We'll go back now to Detroit for the second half.
All right, Larry, these two teams back out there as we get set and ready for this second half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Charles, I know it's hard when live bullets are flying, but you cannot keep your hand up around the face mask area.
It is absolutely inexcusable nowadays. We talk about target areas all the time. You have to aim lower so that your hand doesn't get involved in the face mask.
They'll come out in the pistol. Again, we'll see the pistol here. From the pistol, they'll run with Abdullah. And he loses the football a second time. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. And they came out of the locker trailing. Not a good way to start this second half with their first drive.
Can't imagine that the discussion at halftime encompassed this at all. In fact, I'm sure they talked about, okay, kind of wipe the slate clean, start the second half, and let's go out and play the way we know that we can. That's not a great example of it.
They didn't envision that. Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. They start the second half here with Williams. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
And I know it's hard in live action, but you've got to keep your hands away from the face. That's a 15-yard penalty.
You work on it all the time, making sure your target area is lower and trying to keep your hands away from the face mask so you don't get the big penalty.
On the counter, here's Williams. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
Face mask penalty, and Charles, you were a defender. You know sometimes in the heat of the moment, it's hard to keep your hands away from that face mask.
Sometimes you just get out of position as a defender when you're trying to make a tackle, so you end up flailing away, and your hand gets into the wrong spot.
Now a handoff. Here's Williams. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage. That's all. The rookie A'Shawn Robinson on the tackle. Yeah, I think the blitz there really disrupted the draw.
Yeah, and it's usually when you catch them in a blitz, the draw works pretty well. If you're the offensive coordinator right now, that's visor throwing time, isn't it? Because that's supposed to work in a big way.
So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. Second down and 10. Here's Manuel. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Jim Dre is big tight end, the intended receiver. And that'll make it third down. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
They'll look to throw on third and goal. Steps away to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Stephen Tulloch, he's the one that gets him down. It'll be a loss of 5, and it'll bring up fourth down.
Partner, the Mike linebacker, the middle linebacker, has so many different responsibilities. How excited do you think he was to get home with that blitz?
Yeah, he wants a sack. He got it. And for the second time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. Carpenter knocks it through, and that'll push the lead up to 17. So he missed a field goal earlier, but he says not this time, and he's able to knock it through to give his guys 3.
And that's all you want as a kicker, a chance to redeem yourself. You got to have a short memory if you're going to survive at this level, and he's able to get back on track.
Carpenter now, after the made field goal, will kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. On 1st and 10, Gabbert. And it's complete to the tight end, Pettigrew. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
How about the timing on that one? Boy, they were in sync, weren't they? 3-step drop, balls out of his hands, right to the tight end. Nice completion, just like they do it in practice.
Gabbert now on 2nd down. And that'll be incomplete. The tight end, Tim Wright, his intended receiver. And it's 3rd down. Seven yards remain now on 3rd down. Play clock winding down. They just do get it off. Now Gabbert. And this one complete to Andre Roberts. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27.
And fits the exact right word. Over the middle, there's almost always traffic, so anytime you're a receiver in that area, you're not just focused on catching the football. You're wondering where the collision's going to come from, right? Because there's almost always someone there able to concentrate, catch it, and even added a little extra at the end with a short run.
Gabbert now to throw on 1st down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards.
The game plan for any defense is finding ways to make a quarterback uncomfortable in the pocket. When you bring pressure from all angles, you never know who's going to get home. In this case, the left cornerback, right in the face of him, puts him down.
Second down, Gabbert. And a quick throw here, that's complete. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
And they'll add a DB in the secondary here on 3rd and 14. Time running out here on the play clock. To throw is Gabbert. Going for the deep ball. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play, And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
Here's Sam Martin now, as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The Detroit defense, we get set to watch them go. And a really nice job last time. Offense had great field position, but they were able to hold them just 4 plays, and they had to hit the field goal.
We saw the benefits of practice there from the defense, though, didn't we? Because most teams, when they have that type of field position that they have to start defense on, they treat it almost like what we call sudden change. You know, after a turnover or a big kick return, whatever that is, you tell the guys, listen, you got to bow up. You got to get in there. Make sure you don't give up any more than a field goal.
They bowed up all right. We'll see if they bow up again. They'll try to get this running game going with Williams. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Yeah, let me pump out my chest a little bit, even though I'm not rooting for either team. That was a really nice defensive play. It's awfully fun to watch, even in an offensive game.
So now 11 yards to go for this offensive unit. It's 2nd down. Now Manuel. And this one is incomplete.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had to fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. And the offense looking to pick up the 1st down after the 2nd down incompletion. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. On the move to his left. He may try and run for this. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Here's Colton Schmidt now, as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And it's taken in at the 9. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. So out now come the Lions. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. In motion left here, one of their tight ends.
Come back.
The play clock's running down. Now Gabbert. And a little floater there, but it'll wind up incomplete, falling to the ground. Unable to connect on the 1st down pass play. Now it's 2nd down.
Reset.
They'll need to get the play off quickly. On second down, nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And they'll be at the 18-yard line. Great field position here in the red zone. A defensive-minded coach loves to bring the heat, brought the heat there, and it worked out.
And nowadays, all those defensive-minded coaches, for them, it's all about getting the football. I went into one facility, and as soon as you walked into the defensive room, there was a football, like on a spring, and each guy that walks in that plays has to act like he's knocking the ball free. They want those instincts created. They want them to think about that all the time, and that's what they try to preach.
And a great spot to start this drive from here. Here's Manuel. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
When he decided to run a hitch route, it really helped to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Second down now after the pass completion. They're going to look to throw. His pass caught at the 4. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it first and goal.
Many teams, as soon as they spot man defense, if they haven't called a hitch, they'll get to it as fast as they can. They want to put the ball in the hands of one of their best playmakers and hope that he can break a tackle on the outside and go for big yardage.
The wide receiver moving to a new spot. They'll set up a throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
It's a tried-and-true formula, but I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. Again, he'll drop to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. Jim Dray from 3 yards out. And the Bills use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Sometimes those tight ends are a mismatch. They found the mismatch there.
And that's exactly why you want to draw up those types of plays, because coverage is just going to go to the natural guys, the guys that make the big plays on the outside. But if you work your tight end into it, that's a tough one for a defense to handle.
Tough. They couldn't handle it. It worked out for 6. Carpenter now for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So that drive, 4 plays, and it ends in a Buffalo touchdown. After the TD, here's Carpenter on to kick it away. Now Abdullah, the return. And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, It changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you. When you're putting together a formula for winning defense, it's exactly what we're seeing in this game. Controlling the line of scrimmage, attacking, and changing everything so that now they're playing in the offense's backfield. They're playing an excellent game.
Play action now. Gabbert over the middle, and it's incomplete. The veteran tight end Brandon Pettigrew the target there. Third down here.
After that throw, and it was definitely one that he would love to have back, I wonder what's going through his head. I wonder what kind of mind game he's playing with himself to get himself back on track. Because a lot of guys, that's what they do. They have little triggers that when the mechanics are off or if they make a bad throw, that they go to that place to get themselves back in sync.
Richmond. Jim. Black 99 Billy.
Off the play fake. Gabbert. He's going to air one out. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Robert Blanton. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. So their woes on offense continue. That's the second pick thrown here in the third quarter.
And we know it was ill-advised, but that was an opportunity to help them get back into the game. Instead, he throws another interception, and now their task is even tougher.
Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, get into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. On first down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that'll make it second and short.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
So they complete the pass, and now they face a second down. Now Manuel. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. The 15 yards there on the scramble and a first down.
Offensively, they liked their situation, so they tried to take a shot downfield, but no one was open. So it was tuck it in run time, and he picks up a first down.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group. They stay on the ground. This time it's Williams. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. This will be caught at about the 6. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal. He'll look to throw. And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line. Devin Taylor able to drop him for a loss of 4.
Well, surprise, surprise. 1st and goal at the 1. No quarterback sneak. No running play. They decided to throw for it, but the pressure got to him quickly and put the quarterback down.
They'll drop to throw. And he will score. Touchdown, Buffalo. E.J. Manuel, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Bills add on.
He didn't originally want to run, but he didn't see anything in the passing game, so he scrambled, and wouldn't you know it, he scores a touchdown anyway. It's awfully nice to have a quarterback who can make things happen with his legs.
Now Carpenter to add the extra point. And the lead will grow by 1 more. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it culminates in a Bills touchdown. After the TD, here's Carpenter on to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
With the struggles we're seeing up front for the offense today, they've got to think about changing up their play calling. Some screens, some draws, some quick-hitting plays in order to try and supplement the run game. You don't totally abandon it, but you try and give it a little bit of help.
Gabbert now on 2nd down. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Manny Lawson. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. Well, when I saw the pressure coming at him, that just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it. and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
And the Bills offense comes out ready to take over. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit with play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out.
Seeing that play and understand just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice gain right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
Second down and just one.
Hey, save! Check 26, check 26.
They'll hand it off now. Williams. And he gets it down to the 32. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. Here's Manuel. And this one complete to Hankerson. And he'll go down at the 28. That throw good for 4. It's second down. And they're 6 yards away from picking up the first here on second down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. Jim Dre is big tight end, the intended receiver, and it's third down.
Well, after watching him ring the bell that many times and putting the ball in the end zone, throwing it, you had to figure they had to bring some type of pressure. They had to change things up on defense.
And able to get to him, put him on the ground, so maybe just something to throw him off a little bit.
Yeah, that had to feel a lot better for the defensive guys. They've been getting carved up in this one. To finally knock him on the ground and force an incompletion, that's got to be a sigh of relief.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
Red zone opportunity.
Easy, kill.
They'll look to throw again. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Stephen Tulloch in there to get him for his second sack of the night.
On any first and goal, the real estate to work with for the offense is really cut down, and the defense knows it. So they often bring heat and pressure, which they did on this play. Got him down for a loss. Not a big one, but any loss of yardage in this position is tough for an offense.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
You got to give some credit. They're able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and get some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
Now Manuel. And he fires one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return.
All right, Brandon. Normally when you hear about guys making 2 interceptions in the game, you're thinking must be a free safety, maybe a corner. How about getting 2 picks out of one of your linebackers? Again, he's just in the right place at the right time, and that's another great play to come away with the football.
Another pistol look here. They start the drive with Abdullah. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Back now at Ford Field. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Again, it's Abdullah. And he'll go down after losing yardage at the 10. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
We just saw another example of how the defense is winning this game. Really at the point of attack, the offensive line is just getting pushed around. I think now as a play caller, you've got to give them a little bit of help. Maybe you keep your tight ends a little bit more. Maybe the running backs help you a little bit with the pass blocking. But you've got to help them get some confidence because you can't abandon the play calling right now.
3rd down, still 14 yards left. Third and long for Gabbert. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this will be recovered at least by the offense, but he'll be taken down in the end zone, and that is going to be a safety. So the screen pass goes backwards. That play seemed to have a potential disaster written all over it from the start.
I mean, wasn't that a tough spot on the field to make that call? You're inviting defensive linemen and linebackers to get pressure. So if one of them sniffs this out, you're definitely in danger, and this time it costs them 2 points.
So free kick situation forthcoming from the 20 as they'll punt this one away. Now this is fielded in the end zone.
Come on, not fair.
And now out come the Bills. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams. Williams loses the football, and the Lions have recovered. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
And Detroit getting set to go now. And last time they surrendered the safety, we know they don't want to do that again.
That is just one of those oddities in scoring that we get, and it's just so strange to see that go up on the board, and then you got to make sure that that doesn't happen to your team again. They've got to take care of the ball.
But, boy, it juices up the defense.
Oh, without a doubt. That's a great way to score some points.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. And a neutral zone infraction on the defense.
The defense thought they had the timing count on the quarterback's cadence, but they jumped too soon.
So they're operating in the red zone.
Double tight, guys, double tight. 3 down. Down. Blue 80.
Throwing. Gabbard. This is a screen to Abdullah. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Fresh set of downs here.
Yeah, I got you. Hey, Blue 80. Blue 80. Hey, let's go. Hey, let's go.
And the big tight end shifting around.
Richmond. Check. Down.
On first down, Abdullah. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Reset, turn right. Nice, sweetheart. Down. Two jet. Watch twins. Check.
And the slot man goes in motion left. They go with Abdullah again. And only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8.
Well, I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up your play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
Strong left. You got 3 down. Back 22. Reset. Watch it. Black down.
Play clock winding down. On 3rd down, Abdullah.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
And the dreaded face mask penalty, that's going to cost him 15 yards.
And it's such a dangerous play. Body going one way and then your head gets yanked back the other. 15 yards is the right call.
Now they send the tight end in motion left. Bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
All right, you've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing has ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
The Bills offense now, they get set to head back onto the field.
4 down. Green 88. Green 88. 58 to Mike. 58 to Mike.
A give to Williams, running right. And he's got room. And he's taken down, but able to get this up to the 20-yard line. 12 yards on the pickup, and the Bills are going to have a first down.
When a coaching staff sees their team run the ball this successfully in the 4th quarter, they're really excited because you can plan for a running game all you want and want to press that advantage when you get it. But for the most part, it's a little bit of a surprise. And right now, they've got to keep that going, want to continue to grind out the clock because it's definitely in their favor at this stage of the game. Can they close the game out and continue to do exactly what we just saw there, and that's run the football.
Back to throw now on first down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And nothing but daylight ahead. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Leonard Hankerson, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Bills continue to pour it on.
Well, this game is definitely over, but we do know some people like to go ahead and continue to add to their score, don't we?
Yeah, I don't know that they need to add any more right now, though. I'm just starting to think about those dinner plans tonight, my friend.
Well, you and I will be thinking about dinner plans, but we also know there are plenty of people are thinking, how can I get some more scores for my fantasy, for other things? They're trying to figure that part out now.
By the way, last weekend we went sushi because that's what you wanted. We're going steak tonight.
I'm in.
All right. Carpenter now for the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. After the TD, here's Carpenter on to kick it away. Andre Roberts now to return it. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. And Detroit getting set to go now. And so close to hitting pay dirt last time. Fumbling down near the goal line. Now, how does that affect their psyche this time around?
It's a tester, that's for sure, because to be that close and come away with no points is really disappointing, not just for the guys on offense, but the defensive players, too, who thought, hey, we're going to put some points up and have a little momentum going. They've got to find a way to just get it out of their minds, let it go,
short-term memory,
and move on to the next series.
Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Call it no gain there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 13.
Well, he didn't make headway on that one, but he's had plenty of carries all night long. I just wonder if maybe he's a little bit tired from toting the rock that much.
Wonder what's in the offensive playbook on 3rd and 13. We're about to find out.
3 down, 3 down. Hey, check. 3 down, 3 down. Back, Richmond.
Gabbert. And unable to connect on the long pass. It falls down incomplete. Here's Sam Martin now, as he'll come on to kick for a 6th time tonight. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out. Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Hey, tight left, tight left.
On second down, Williams shreds the tackle. Able to get away.
That's why you keep the legs churning.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
Well, I'd say that run's pretty emblematic of what we've seen all day long. No matter what they've done on offense, this offensive line has controlled the line of scrimmage, given them time to throw it, run it, do whatever they wanted. That's why there are points up on the board. And right now, the psyche of the offense, we're in control, and we can do whatever we feel like doing out here on the field.
So it'll be first down here after the run. Here's Manuel. And this one complete to Hankerson. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. That throw good for 4. It's second down. Six yards here to go for the offense on second down. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right.
Blue 58. 58 Mike. 58 Mike. It was pretty quiet, G. It was pretty quiet.
Back to throw here. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. Give him 6 on the screen, but now it's third down.
They completed the screen, but one of the things you worry about is can the quarterback get rid of the ball before he's actually tackled? So your offensive linemen have to hold up the rushers a little bit because you want to make sure you keep your guy's jersey clean throughout the game.
And they only need a little bit here. Third down and very short. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side.
Blue 58. 58, boys. 58. 58 Mike. Pass the pass.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. And they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now 4th down.
I know that interception was dropped, and it would have been their 3rd of the game, and I will guarantee you, in the huddle, on the bench, all the defensive guys have been talking about is, we've got this guy right where we want him. Who's going to get the next one? It almost becomes a challenge, and they've missed a golden opportunity.
Blue 58. Blue 58. Stand up in.
They run. It's Williams. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. They'll give him a yard on the play, and they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down.
Oh, man. 4th down and 1, and you're on your own side of midfield? That takes a little bit of courage to pull off, but they went ahead and snapped it, and it'll work out for them as they get the first down.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive.
Hey, 4 down, 4 down. Ready! Green 88! Green 88! I hope you brought your lunch because I'm about to take you to school.
Now Manuel. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side.
Green 88! Right over there, right over there. Yeah, yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Check Mike, check Mike.
He'll drop to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive.
Hey, guys, check me out. We got 3 now. Ready? Green 88! Green 88! 58 to the mic! 58 to the mic! Stay with your man!
Looking to throw. And he couldn't corral it. It falls down incomplete, but maybe not a big deal given this big lead.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it. Sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. Here's Colton Schmidt now as he's on to punt for Buffalo. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. So here come the Lions now. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Time running out here on the play clock. First down, Gabbert. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
But it's not been the best game for him, but he definitely tried to get by with a little help from his friend there, trying to create a big play.
Couldn't do it, fell incomplete. But you're right, hasn't been a banner game here in the second half, just trying to get going.
Big thing is trying to keep confidence up and continue to fire.
Throwing again, Gabbert on 2nd and 10. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field that's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
So here we go now. An extra defensive back in there on 3rd and 10. On 3rd down, Gabbert. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. A great read, and it's picked off. And he'll take this back down inside the 20. This spot in the 4th quarter with that deficit had to throw the football. Unfortunately, there's the risk of big turnover.
And you know you're going to be throwing against nickel, dime, all sorts of exotic defenses, but you have to do it anyway. Ordinarily, you might want to run the football a little bit, try and get them out of it. But as you noted, this time of the game, this point on the clock, had to throw it.
Back onto the field now comes the Bills offense. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game, but what a nice play by the defense. Stepping up on that one, maybe they'll get things going in their direction after a play like that.
Here's Manuel. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
And Carpenter knocks it through, and they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens things out even further here in the 4th.
Hey, in this league, you can never have too much. So if you're in range, grab the 3 whenever you can.
Carpenter now, after the made field goal, will kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. Begin the drive with Abdullah. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Partner, you know I love to point out when teams break tendency and do something a little bit different from the norm. But when you run the ball in the first play of the drive, that's not a tendency breaker at all. That's just trying to establish yourself as you move forward.
A 2nd down run for Abdullah. And the window closes quickly. He'll only get up to the 22-yard line. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
Come back. Watch the twist. Richmond. Check 3. Black Tiger. Wide. Get wide.
Gabbert. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and that'll bring up 4th down.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot, because we saw the catch there, right? He made it, but he's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. Here's Sam Martin now as he's on to punt for Detroit. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point.
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that.
Toe bashed it.
Super toe.
So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right.
Move, 58. Move, 58.
That one looks like he'll throw here. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. A nice little screen. They get 6 on 1st down.
I'm going to show my age here a little bit. We used to talk about running backs catching the ball as safety valves. Nowadays, they're a big part of the passing offense.
Quit acting like you're so old. You're only 65. So the offense readies for a 2nd and 4.
Hey, boys, got 4 down. Dad, green 98. Green 98. Right over there. Yeah. Right, 58, right there.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run.
Come on, boys. Gotta be ready. Don't be scared of it.
Now carry number 20 of the game. Here's Williams. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. They lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
So, Brandon, when this offense gathers together to watch tape for this game, they're going to be feeling pretty good about themselves until the coaches get upset about the play we just saw. But you know their defense is going to be. But we put up big points all game long. The defense is going to win one every now and then.
Seven yards remaining here on 3rd down.
Hey. 4 down. Green 98. Green 98.
Williams. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. And the offense there, the O-line, everybody really on offense, they were just manhandled at the point of attack.
Yeah, you could pretty much call them all out, couldn't you? Almost by name, right? That was a very tough sequence for the offensive line. But how about that defensive front creating a new line of scrimmage and creating a lost yardage possibility?
Here's Colton Schmidt now as he's on to punt for Buffalo. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.